and welcome to this video. This week I would like to talk about the situation that all of us might already have encountered. Let's say you got married just recently, you went on your honeymoon, and then when the next family events like birthday parties come up, for sure there's gonna be that one aunt or friend who's gonna ask, so, when it's time for a baby for you? And this question is very inappropriate for various reasons, even if most of the time the people don't mean to harm you or hurt you when they ask that question. I'm very convinced that all of us, we are responsible for things that we ask. Of course, there can be random everyday questions such as what are you gonna have for dinner tonight or where are you going for your next vacation that are certainly not gonna hurt anyone. But more intimate questions such as when are you going to have a baby can be very stressful for people who are concerned with infertility. So therefore, my concept in this is that not you, as a person affected by infertility, should go home with a negative or stressful feeling, but instead you return that to the person who dared to ask that question. Right. This is why I have prepared 5 examples how you can answer those questions upfront and avoid any further discussion. And it's absolutely intended that the person who asked the question should get a little bit of a bad feeling, hoping that this person is going to consider to ask these kind of questions the next time. I would recommend you to practice those answers a few times in front of the mirror so you actually talk to yourself. So when such a situation comes up, you're perfectly prepared to answer for that. Right, let's start with the first possible answer. So if someone comes up and says, so, when is it your turn to have a baby? You could ask, well, we're going to communicate that when we think it's the right time to do so. Answer number 2. Look, like with online orders, it can sometimes happen that they are delayed a little bit. Answer number 3. I've been looking into the crystal ball and so far it hasn't been disclosed to me when it's gonna happen. Answer number 4. You cannot imagine how hard we're actually working on that. Brackets, no one actually wants to imagine that in detail, right? And here comes answer number 5, which is maybe going to end up in a confrontation, but you could say, so why is that so important for you in particular to know that? Right, you see, there can be quite a few answers that rather leave the other person in an uncomfortable state rather than you, and this is what my strategy aims at. So make sure you practice those answers before. There's hopefully the right one among them for you as well, and I'd be happy for a thumbs up if it helps you in that situation.